I literally had anxiety every time I thought about going back to school.
Yeah.
I was like, is it really necessary for me to go back? I honestly then realized that, you know what, this thing has knocked on my confidence, and for me to be able to pick up myself, because I didn't even think, I was like, you know what, even if I go back, I don't think I'm gonna pass these things. Do I want to go through the same thing again?
Yeah.
Probably not. What up, Elenem fam?
Hi Elenem fam, welcome back to another video. My name is Letho, also known as Akuma, and yes, we are back. We haven't done this in a long time. What's supposed to follow? Oh, if you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you so much for supporting our channel. Please also do check us out on our social media pages. We have left the links on the description box, and if you're a returning subscriber, we love you so much. And this right here is my husband, who is going to introduce himself.
I was thinking, because you are making unnecessary jokes.
But I want the intro today.
What I am making, let's correct what's not. Guys, we can't let this behavior of this long intro
with jokes,
with unnecessary jokes. That's annoying.
Okay.
Look at my worry. Look at my worry. What's happening, lovely Elenem fam that don't complain about my jokes and my intro? My name is Mr. Cham Till I Die, also known as Mr. Cham, child of God. People change, but not God. Also known as Ibuda and Ijan of the Bafondins, Ichotman of the Magodins. Man of integrity from the highest house of society. The principal of principle, Mr. DJ, to play my song. My life is a disaster, Mama Uchola. Okay, before we annoy people, welcome
to the video.
Yeah, let's get to the video. Welcome, people. So today, did you say what we're talking about?
Oh, I was supposed to do that today.
But I'm gonna do it. It's fine. So today we are talking about how Varsity almost kill our confidence at a certain point in life. And the reason why we decided to share this video is, I mean, now people are writing exams and all of that. And people are going to be going to Varsity next year. And even those that are at Varsity, they are already writing exams. So we just thought we would share our Varsity experience. It may have been a bit of in a distant past, but I mean, it still counts, right? So that's what we're going to be talking about, basically. And take it away, babe.
And it's definitely not a repeat of Varsity struggles.
Yeah,
because we've shared that part of the experience.
But so it's still part of Varsity struggles, because it's a struggle on its own.
That we experienced at Varsity. I think we're just going to start with the background. I'm going to start by sharing where I went to school.
Yeah.
I went to Vugile High School. Vugile High School is...
also known as... I want to jump straight to that part.
Okay, so when I went to Varsity, I used to say I went to Awakened Girls. Awakened Girls.
Vugile Awakened. Makes sense, right?
So that people wouldn't judge me based off where I come from, you know? Like, because already when you say, I'm from Vugile High School, you know.
Sabuyaz.
Sabuyaz, that's another high school. And then my primary was Nyamazane primary school. So already Vugile. Where is it? Kwamaphumulo. So I went to Vugile High School. Vugile High School is situated Kwamaphumulo. That's where I went to high school. I did very well in high school. You know, I was position 1. My confidence was sky high. I thought I was the thing, babe. I thought I was gonna go to...
I remember.
I thought I was gonna go study law at Harvard.
I mean, this is A grade. Chapa quality. Guys, maybe you know what? Maybe the reason why we keep referencing this thing about people being annoyed, it's really just one person that said that my intro is annoying and us laughing can be annoying and distracting at times. Please, those that know this channel and that have been here for some time, they know that this is how we have conversations and this is our natural state.
Yeah.
So we do apologize if it annoys you, and we do ask that maybe you come back on a video where we're gonna be serious and not laughing. I'm hoping you're gonna find that video. But to the rest of the Elenem fam, to the rest of Elenem fam, you know, and we believe that you like us for being like this. So it's gonna be messy, but you're gonna
get to the point.
Yeah.
Yes. So I really thought I was gonna go to Harvard Law School.
Cream of the crop.
That's where I was gonna study. Anyways, I did. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, well, this is part of the mess.
So I did very well in high school, and I was on top of my class. Up until I went to varsity, when I realized I'm not as smart as I thought.
And the varsity was in Harvard, no? That was.
I didn't even apply at Harvard.
So with me, So I went to Tsomo High School, I think formerly known as Rainers. Yeah, I think it was.
Lolo, can you please keep quiet? Or maybe not keep quiet, but just lower your voice, ne?
Yeah.
Is a touch phone.
You can just come and say hi, elenemfam, and then.
Hi, Elenem.
Yeah, sit here.
Say hi, elenemfam.
Hi, Elenem.
Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe.
And comment.
Comment.
And share with your friends.
And share with your friends.
Thank you very much. Okay. Enkosi ke mntanam. Hlala phansi enqondo. Hlala pha. Okay, enkosi mntanam. Also known as Rainers, was it Rainers Christian school or something like that?
I don't know this part.
Yeah, but that's not the name. Like, it was before we got there. It used to be known as that. Okay. So it was built by apparently some pastor or some bishop, whatever, like a person of faith basically, and his name was Dr. or Pastor Rainers, which is why it was known, and then it was changed to Tsomo High School. But there's nothing fancy about it really. It's just a high school, Lalini, and
At least you also known as Elite.
So, I mean, I was also top of my class. I was actually top of the school. Those that went to Tsomo High School back in the years, they know. Yeah. They know about me. Prize giving, I was the guy.
Higher grade and lower grade.
Higher grade and lower grade. Yeah. They know who I am. You can ask about me. I'm telling you, man. And now with that kind of a thing, it's not even, quite honestly, I wasn't the person that studied a lot, but I think only in matric, then I started being focused when I became friends with people that were focused like Osandi. So, and then we had a group and we were studying. Top of the class. And I mean, to such an extent that there were people that I used to teach. Is that the word? Or tutor. Yeah. So I used to tutor certain guys. Sometimes because I was younger than the rest of the guys. In most cases, I remember this one time. This guy, I won't mention names. He was smoking weed. So you can imagine, like, we are sitting in a room and I'm teaching them math. And then he's smoking weed, and I tell them I also had big ambitions, maybe not as big as yours. I wasn't thinking Harvard, but then I mentioned while I'm teaching them that I will be going to Wits and I will be studying medicine there. So that was my dream, to study medicine. And then this guy says, you know what, you're good, ne? You're good, son. You're good. You're good. But Vatsy, you know Vats. That thing, I mean, the fact that I still remember this thing after so many years, it says a lot about how
It affects you.
how it affected me. And that's what happens when we say certain things to people that do not share the same dreams as you, because our dreams are not the same. God will speak to different, even there are certain things, even in our marriage, where God is going to speak to me, and when I share it with you, obviously because we are married, you're not going to bash it, but you will be like, "Eish, this one and the guy born," but maybe as time progresses.
So you must just not be a Joseph.
You must just, okay, what do you mean by that?
Joseph shared the dream with the brothers, and the brothers didn't see the dream. We're like, where now?
I guess you will always share, babe. I guess you will always share with the people that are surrounding you. But I think it must be big enough, and maybe that's the prayer that you can always have with God, to say that, God, may you make it so strong and vivid enough that even the things, the obstacles that I come across on the roads are not going to deter me. Because, I mean, you could literally, those guys were older than me, so I could have literally just believed what they said, and dream shattered. But then I went to Varsity. Yeah, man. And bam! I mean, I make it to Wits. Which is actually an achievement on its own, being accepted at Wits. So it further then boosts your confidence. But then let's get into what happens when we get to Wits now. Maybe you can start, babe.
Okay, so I get to Wits, first class. Whoa, before we even register, we had already registered. It was during all week, and people are already talking about assignments, and we are doing first year. I'm like, we haven't even started class, and we already have an assignment. And then first class, they're talking about referencing style. Before we get to the style, what is referencing? Because, back there, when I write an assignment, I'll write from my head. I didn't have
you didn't have to reference anyone.
I didn't have internet or stuff like that. I would just write what I know. So now they're talking about referencing styles. I have to start from what is referencing? And then the assignment obviously has to be typed. I've never typed an assignment before. Lucky enough, VET does offer some training when it comes to computer. Would I say it's training? Like computer to class? Some computer training that they give to you for free. So I registered. Literally, they had to teach us from the beginning. Where do you switch off the computer? Where do you find this and that? How do you log in? So I attended that class, and then I was like, okay, good. I'm set now. And then I had to search what is referencing. What do they mean when they say you need to use, what is this referencing style? I had to start from the beginning. So that's when I was humbled, because everyone else already knew how to type an assignment. People had laptops. My friends were ready to get the ball rolling. And then when it was time for me to complete my assignment, I started by writing it down, because I'm more comfortable with writing it down.
So as you transcribe your thoughts.
Sheesh. So I had to write it down. Come time to type. I was here. Where is that? Where is what? Yo. No, that was a very difficult thing for me. Also, it was a very difficult period for me. And also, my English, I'm still improving my English. So I remember there was a time where, I had friends. I've always had friends that were doing better than me. So with the group of my friends, they used to speak in English even when we were just chilling, even though they were Xhosa and Zulu, they would just speak in English. So now here I am trying to tell a story to this friend, and I'm trying to tell the story in English. I say, why don't you just tell it in Zulu?
Maybe it would be funnier. That's not the reason why.
You can tell it in Zulu, it's fine. And then that's when I knew my English is very bad.
And they said it in the most polite manner, but still you know why they say that.
And I also do that with my clients. When a client, when I can hear that the client is struggling with English, I would ask, Baba, which language are you more comfortable with? And then they'll say, and then I'll say, you can continue in Zulu. So they did the same thing to me. It's like, maybe you can tell your story in Zulu. It's okay. It's
We'll see it later.
So that was me in Varsity, and that really did work on my confidence, because I realized, You are not
Sheesh.
as smart as you think
Nah.
you are. You are not as intelligent. Like there's people like you. Abom Usbanban, Abom Olisi was
Yeah,
my friend.
yeah,
Abom
yeah.
Olisi, not those people are very smart. When
Sure. And,
you are here.
Yo. And already from what you're saying, because I sort of experienced a very similar thing, but it makes me think, before I give you my thoughts, please make sure that you subscribe and share this video as we are embarrassing ourselves on this internet. Please support us by clicking on the subscribe button. You know what's unfair about this whole thing is the fact that you already have to. So people, it's like, you know, in a race where there's a starting line,
Yeah.
and then you just start and go forward. But with you have to go back,
Yeah.
and then erase. The fact that
Yes.
you have to start learning a computer, you also have to familiarize yourself with the working system and all those things.
Yeah.
And the people that are already clever, and they are clever on a national standard,
Yeah.
not you're clever.
Yeah.
Because I do believe that we all have the same type of intelligence. It's just how it is trained then
Yeah.
that will differentiate between, you know, the people basically.
Yeah.
So with me, yeah. So you get here. So I had an advantage, because the year before I went to Varsity, I didn't. I had a gap. Well, it wasn't a gap year. I
Yeah.
did that IT course. So computer, I was up there. I was actually better than the rest. Well, with the most people, because I studied this thing, but the typing was still a struggle.
Yeah.
And then there was also. I also believed like I was very smart as well. I remember. So there was this calculator, like a
But you are
Calcio.
very smart.
Thank you. You're smart too. No, what I'm saying.
Okay.
You know, so there was a Calcio calculator that we needed to buy with first year for computational maths.
Yeah.
It's a standard thing. Ilanduza zakhona, exams zakhona were written using that calculator. And then the first exam I wrote, I didn't have the calculator. It was like $250. It might sound like it's a small amount.
Yeah.
But I didn't have it at that point, and I think I wasn't really prioritizing it because I wasn't understanding what's the need for this calculator, because all the sums or whatever that we're doing, the maths that we're doing, I could crack it. And Gandhi, that's not the point. The point is the speed. You had to, which is why computational maths, that's the whole point.
Yeah.
So I remember I spent, we were writing MCQ, my first exam, doing the calculations, getting the answers, but I think I could only do 3 at most, and it was time up. And the people were just, that calculator is like a computer. I still have the calculator.
Yeah.
You literally just enter the values and press execute.
Yeah.
Bam.
And then
Bob is your uncle. So needless to say, it was bad. That first exam was bad. I got 2 maybe out of, because even the 3 that I was doing, it's not like it was correct, you know. So, and then that's when I understood about, okay, things are different here. But my biggest challenge was, maybe I can go back to deciding on the course that I did. So I did a BCom. So eventually it became a BCom finance, but it started off as a BCom accounting.
Yeah.
And the reason why I did a BCom accounting wasn't because I love accounting. I did math and science at school, and I think I got A's for both those ones. Now I'm like, I can do anything. So as I'm applying for medicine, UNISA, there was still UNISA, what's that one? Medunsa. You guys Medunsa?
Yeah.
I don't know, yes. But I think these are something else. It's in Pretoria.
Okay.
So it was Medical University of South Africa, Medunsa.
Okay. I think I've heard of it.
Yes, but it's an old one. So I was supposed to go there. They never replied to me. I applied to EVITS. And then, there's a point system. So with the other ones, it was a 50-50. So obviously you apply for medicine, you apply for Bachelor of Dental Science or something like that. And then I was like, okay, let me at least apply for one thing that I know I definitely will qualify for, which was a BCom accounting. And they've always said that if you've done maths and science in school, you can easily just do accounting. It's fine, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I get there. that was not the case for me, to be quite honest. This is something, obviously I got accepted to that one, and that's the one that I did. This is something that I didn't plan for. Now I get there, what courses do I choose? Literally, I get there, there's the mainstream, accounting, blah, 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 this and that. And then at some point, maybe a month or two later, so you are allowed to deregister, like maybe you are given 3 months to deregister.
Yeah.
At some point I deregistered this one. My transcript looked very bad because of that, because now it's dropped, and then I'll take economics, and then obviously I was meeting people, and then they'll be like, Aibo, why are you doing this one? Did you do accounting at school? No, don't do that. And then literally I dropped so many things. I would touch this. I did marketing at some point, and then I changed. I did
marketing.
Yeah.
You are gonna be good.
But I didn't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Maybe I would have been good. But if you don't have the guidance, then you are just a lost soul. You are doing this, you're touching here, you're doing what your friends are doing.
Yeah.
So that already threw me off. And then obviously now you get into classes, there's like tutorials.
Yeah.
You can't hear a single word these people are saying. Like you're sitting there, you're like, yes, I just wasted my time. I should have just gone to the library and just study, because I can't hear, obviously kungena lo une accent yakhe, kungena lo une accent ya Afrikaans. Tina, I think the only people like that were not South African that taught me was some guy from Ghana, and then an Indian. Like we had some Indian lecturers, not lecturers, teachers.
Yeah.
At least those ones you could hear. But now there's other ones that are talking in a different accent. So that also affected me. I could see, no, things are different now. People are flying high, and that's where you can see the gap opening. I also had friends from around, and they tried to help, man. But yeah, that really worked on my confidence, not knowing
and when
where
they ask you about introverts and extroverts.
Oh my word! So we are in a tutorial this one time. So. So there was this girl, like she was really just a friendly person. You know, in Varsity there are people that will just be, and they are very humble. As clever people can be humble as well. So this one time as we were talking, and then she asked me just generally, she's like, sir. I was like, oh.
But what's the question?
Yeah, but even the way it's starting this thing. So, would you say? I was like, well, would you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert? I was like, you know what? Not really, man. And after that, that's a trick, by the way. If you don't know a thing, please give an answer that's vague and move on. After that, I moved on. I didn't want to talk about it. I was like,
something else.
Start another conversation. I was like, whoa, what was that? Now you keep thinking about it. And then another one was also like in the same, like, so it was this. So people wanted to be friends because it's first year, so they'll be asking you things and they were trying to know you.
Yeah.
And then I remember these other white people asking me, so what are your aspirations and inspirations? Jewish. Those are two different things. Why can't you just say what are your inspirations? I was like, you know what? This one, I have to give an answer. I was like, aspiration, Nelson Mandela. Inspiration, Nelson Mandela. I moved on. And yeah, I am, you know. But as
for aspiration, big Nelson.
So I aspire to be Nelson Mandela. And I'm inspired by Nelson Mandela to become a Nelson Mandela. Oh, sizodlala belungu. Ndizofunda. But after that, what you do then, you go back and research what does it mean? What is aspire, inspiration? There's a difference between those two. Yeah. But those are just a struggle. We might be making light of it, but it wasn't fun at that time because it really knocks on your confidence when you eventually discover actually that person now knows that it's either you don't know what they meant or you just don't have the depth to understand the question that they were asking you, you know? So either way, it really knocks on your confidence.
I think that's also where imposter syndrome will start.
Yes,
also, because
definitely.
like, what am I doing here?
Definitely.
You know? Yeah.
That's when you start lying.
Yeah.
Can I talk about my lies? Have you told any lies when I get? Because you spoke about
But
how
I
we
think,
can.
yeah. Besides that, I think besides the lies that we shared on the other video, remember when we shared about that video where we were talking about being ashamed where we come from.
Yeah.
I don't think of any other.
I mean, I remember I even said I went and my lies were also not consistent because I remember I told some people that were close to me, by the way, that I went to school in Cape Town. Some people are only finding out now that actually I went to Tsomo High because I'm older and I know I have nothing to hide. I don't care, bro. I honestly don't care. So some people thought I went to Cape Town and I would even try and use a lot of Afrikaans at that time so that it really. And then some people would believe you. Yeah,
Using Afrikaans.
Yeah. And just try to tell the Afrikaans, so at least so I would use a lot of Afrikaans so that it sounds like I'm from Cape Town. Yeah, I was no, me Bruman, yeah, no, right la way, abo, banda paya prat. Je, bauta, yo, I know. No, we just we have bagal, we suke Cape Town. That time I come back. Whoa, so it's Cape Town. Yes, it's on. So there was a lot of lies. I remember I used to say that I was from, was it Tanzania?
Yeah.
And my name was Jamil. So
what? Wait, you said you lied and said you're from Tanzania?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know if it was Tanzania or Uganda. I think it was Uganda. And people really believed it.
You don't even have the name.
I had a name. So if you check my old Twitter,
sorry, guys.
my old Twitter, it was at Just Jamil.
Wait, even Twitter account.
Oh. Ask Danny. Ask Danny when you are on that tip, you might as well just go all the way. People knew, but that guy was a Tanzania.
Oh, I'm sorry if I didn't wear makeup today.
Uchamili. Oh, babe, mna errands done as well. Uchamili. And I couldn't disclose. And then now when I was trying to sort of soften the blow, I had to say, but no, my dad is Tanzanian. But then my mom is Xhosa. So my dad was a lecturer at UNITRA. So that's why. Because obviously you get lying at some point and you want to speak Xhosa and now you have to stick to English. Now English, I guess, good. So now at least you have to put in something that justifies why you are able to speak Xhosa.
Okay.
And I was speak Xhosa. Hi, Bo Jamil, kanti uyakwazi uthetha. Like, yeah, ndiyakwazi uthetha mna. Yeah, my mom Xhosa and yabo, and tatam is Tanzania.
I think I don't know who I'm married to.
So it was it was a big thing, and it all comes from trying to also
trying to fit in. To
fit in, like you said
insecure.
About the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was terrible. It was terrible.
What would you do? Anything differently? Like,
Geez, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. Actually, that's a very important question. Maybe before I share that, because I had, it sounds like you didn't really, and I think it also goes with your personality. Mm-hmm. You try and work on what's not right at the time, as opposed to trying to do things that don't really help. I mean, with me, that continued to lie. So I remember, there's a video that I shared where I was like, it took me 8 years or 10 years to finish like a 3-year or 4-year degree. So part of the reasons was obviously like the delay in catching concepts, because while you're in first year, when really that's not first year, to be quite honest, for someone who still needs to learn the basics. Because I remember my accounting, I got a 20% as my final exam. And then I can't remember the other, in fact, it's accounting that I had to deregister. Like, that's how bad it is. So they say to you, dude, you're not gonna make it. Instead of us wasting your time, let's just rather deregister this thing now. So I think I deregistered after the June exam when they could see my mark was 20%. They said, you pick it up next year. And then that's when you start realizing, okay, maybe accounting is not my thing.
Yeah.
But it's such a painful process learning there and discovering certain things about yourself and your abilities. So, and then at some point I took a break.
Yeah.
Was I excluded? No. I think it was just that there was no money because in NSFAS I was like, dude.
Yeah.
We can't
You've
continue.
been here for some time.
You've been here for some time. We can't continue with you. And then now I didn't have money. I had to go and work. I then realized, I'm telling this story because I then realized while I was working, and then I was like, because my plan when I left was to come back and finish because I think I only had like 2 courses that I had to do.
Yeah.
Now, as I was there, I literally had anxiety every time I thought about going back to school.
Yeah.
I was like, is it really necessary for me to go back? I honestly then realized that, you know what? This thing has knocked on my confidence, and for me to be able to pick up myself, because I didn't even think, I was like, you know what, even if I go back, I don't think I'm gonna pass these things. Do I want to go through the same thing again?
Yeah.
Probably not. So it really, really heavily affected me.
Yeah.
But I went back. I sort of garnered the confidence. I went back and I finished by the grace of God. And I think because I was more mature now, I didn't have the pressure and everything because I was already working. So I managed to pass. I went back and I passed those courses that I needed to do. But
you
doing
went back for me.
And if yes, you know, but we're not doing that again. We did it in the other video, so we're not doing that again. But doing things differently, I would have prepared more while I was still in high school. Do more research in terms of what you want. Don't just apply for a course just because you want to be accepted. I mean, look at other varsities. If this one doesn't have what you want or it has a higher point, and also going to WITS doesn't guarantee you a job.
Yes.
You can go to WITS and get a 50, and you go to, I'm just using a random one. It's not because I'm saying it's below the other. You go to NNMU or MMMU, Nelson Mandela, basically. And go there and get a 70 or even an 80. When they look at those, they will see that actually this is a person that got the higher marks.
Yeah.
So those are things that you need to consider as well. So I'd have prepared, done my research, what I want to do, and even on the thing, because as much as I had applied to do like in medicine, I didn't really know exactly what kind of doctor I wanted to do because I didn't know what a doctor does. I just knew that you deal with patients. So I would have done more research so that I'm more informed on the decisions that I make. I don't just make decisions based on what I see people doing around, and also be honest so that people take you for who you are. You know, people will meet you at your level, and you don't have to now try hiding certain things and all those things. So those are things that I could have done differently.
Yeah, same here. Like with me, I think I would be true to who I am. You know, like when I think about that memory of trying to tell a story in English, I could have just told the story Zulu from the beginning. You know, there was no need for me to try and force things, you know, because they could understand. Unlike YouTube, there's a lot of people who watch YouTube, so that's why we try to stick to English. But at that time, the people that I was with could understand this Zulu. So there was no need. And then there was a time where, like when I'm with my friends, I'll just keep quiet because even if I have a point, you know, like I have a contribution to the conversation, I would keep quiet because I would feel the pressure to say whatever I need to say in English. So I would end up just keeping it to myself.
That is deep.
But if I was honest, they knew that I'm from KwaMaphumulo, I went to Vukile High School, then I was gonna be happier.
Right?
I was gonna be happier. And also if it was just me.
I'm thinking, but actually you should get more respect for the fact that you come from the bottom of the pit, and to make it here, you had to go through a lot of obstacles. So I think just alone, I just want to speak to the young people out there. Uba, the fact that already you were able to make it to WITS coming from where you come from, that's an achievement on its own. What you need to now try is to make sure that the system doesn't kick you out. You get focused, you do what you need to do, and be true to who you are. Like
and
my
it's
wife
not
is
just
saying.
making it to vets. Like wherever you
Yes,
are
wherever
working
you-
now, could
yeah.
be working for West Bank. You're working. Like,
We're not
wherever
supposed to be
you
where we are, guys,
Like
based
wherever you
on-
are in life, where you look back, you're like, actually, you know, kungomusa kaNkulunkulu that I'm here.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So I think I would like stay true to who I am. But one thing I wouldn't change is the friends. You know, I wouldn't change the friends that I had.
Nah.
You know, the friends that I had, they never put any pressure on me to be this cheese girl that I was
Yes,
trying to
yes,
be
yes,
at
yes,
that time.
yes.
And I think also they motivated me to do better because they were doing well. They were doing
Sure.
really, really well. So having people around you that are excelling, it also pushes you to excel. Even now in life,
Oh.
I'm not intimidated by having friends that are doing well. I'm not jealous of them.
Yeah.
They just inspire me.
Not aspire. They can aspire you. They can aspire you at the same time.
They inspire me. So in life in general, I prefer also having friends that are either doing way better than I am doing, or we are at the same level.
Yeah.
If you want to be my friend and you're doing, you are below my level, it's
Yeah.
fine. I'm not gonna say let's not be friends, but my preference is having friends that are at the same level or that are doing way better than me, so that I can.
It is recording.
I don't see the red dots.
No, but it would have switched on. It would have switched off.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So.
And
that's
you
me.
are a big believer of that thing, babe.
Yeah.
Like you've always said, but the friends that you kept at Varsity really helped you. Now, as you then go along, that's when you realize, well, okay, you sort of gravitate towards certain people.
Yeah.
Because of how you feel when you are with them. But for me, it really was a struggle even then to be, because you started off with lies and all those things. So it becomes very awkward when you now sort of start to peel off certain layers of the lies. Nje manu ifaka nje manu yabona ifaka nje le, then they look at you like, I mean, I've told the story of when I was dropped off by Uvelani Kasi, and then I didn't want him to drop me off at my house because I had lied about the house. Guys, the lying thing was a big thing. Like he literally dropped me off way far. Already in that area, you're not expecting a big house.
Yeah.
So, and the fact that I said to him, no, please drop me off here, blah, blah, blah. Like I insisted that he must drop me off. Already you can tell, but this guy. But he never really made me feel judged because that was my friend. Like we became very best friends, and that's why I'm saying, abanye abantu that have things that come from rich families and that are clever, that have had it all, they are actually quite humble. Like I do want to say again, because we have this perception about rich kids.
I think si judge
Nah,
you judge yourself, and it, like I said, it's more of an insecurity because you feel like I need to be at their level. Yeah.
No, but we older now and we know better.
And when did you get your confidence back? Now look at you on YouTube and telling your story.
It's after realizing, babe, Uba, you know what, you need to stay true to who you are, and as you grow, then you realize that there's certain things that God has put in you and has not put in anyone else.
Yeah.
And if you keep on, Pastor Mike usually says, Uba, God will not bless who you pretend to be. He will bless who you are.
Yeah.
Therefore, if you are busy wasting your blessings by being, we're preaching now, okay? by being someone else, those blessings are not going to come to you. You are just delaying your blessings. So, I mean, obviously, being centered in Christ, I think a lot of things became clearer as I came to know Christ. And I mean, also after meeting you as well, being the type of person that you are, then you sort of realize, well, actually, I'm fine the way I am, because I was never fake with you. I was never fake, and I think at that time, confidence is something that I've always had. It was just in that period in J. So it was easier for me to then just share, and also life humbles you. life has humbled me, then you realize, but actually there's more important things in this life than just being a fancy person,
Yes.
a cheese boy, or this or that. So yeah, man.
Yeah, and I also think after varsity, you know, when I went for my first interview, I think that's when then I started building, or life started rebuilding my confidence. I don't know how to put it, but like that's when my confidence started growing again, because when I was looking for articles, a lot of people were struggling. And then when I did the interview with my principal, it was a 2-hour interview. I had to do some drafting. I had to do a lot of things. And she called me back and said I was successful. You know, I was like, wow.
So
after you interviewed so many people, you know, and I got the job. And then even now with my current job, I won an award at work, you know, and I was like, this is actually, and I was on top of my team. Like I was doing very well in my team before maternity leave. So, you know, like those things, they do build your confidence again.
They do.
And I think also now I don't care much about what people think. You know, I remember when we shared that video to say Eastern Cape, and some people were commenting, "Ana kingani usink and you know, like they like we need to have running water inside the house." And when you know your circumstances, you know when I get in the rich, you can do that. You know, you can do that for your family. It's fine. But this is where we are, Tina. Like this is ekhaya asinawo sinkendlini and amanzi solanda emnyango. So that's where we are. And in future, maybe God will bless us and then we'll be able to change the situation. But there's a lot of other things that we are doing that right now that is not a priority.
Speak on it, sister. Speak on it.
So I think also, Nje, like I think overall, being true to yourself, you will find happiness when you're true to who you are.
That's a fact, man. We're not gonna
drag the video.
Drag the video. And then and this was which was called and this was Beteka Vokotega Umantombela.
You look so nice.
Uzama utreke video. Thank you.
Like your skin is so nice.
Thank you. Siyazama. Uzama nje. You know, I want a little bit of flour here, a little bit of flour there. Elenemfam, please do share an experience that you've had where maybe that has made you, like an incident that has happened in life where it has made you lose your confidence. And also you can share how you have managed to regain your confidence and how it has also helped you to not care about what people think about you, especially people that don't know you. But for now, may your neighbors respect you.
Troubles neglect you.
Friends embrace you.
And God bless you.
And may your pain and shame be champagne.
Bye, guys.
And may your pain not be in vain.
Oh, okay. There's a new one. That's
a nice video. I enjoyed it.
Same here. Even if it gets 2 likes.
If it reach one, Varsity students.